Hi students, we are going to study a lesson from Standard 6 English subject Unit 1 of many hues. See, here is a quote from Maya Angelou. In diversity there is beauty and there is strength. See, in diversity means in varieties we can see beauty and that is the strength. It is the quote written from Maya Angelou. Coming to the next page, here the doorway. See, you can see a picture. There are many children. See, what are the children doing? They are watching the things that are kept in the table. See, there is a globe, there is a book and some pens. So these children are from different country. They are not from the same country. So what are the children doing? They are watching the things that are kept on the table. Especially I think it is on the globe. And do you think the children are from the same country? How can you know that they are not, whether they are from the same country or not? We can say that they are not from the same country because with the dresses they are wearing and with the what we can say, with the races. See, some are black, some are white. So some have small eyes, some have big eyes. So from all these things we can say that these children are from different countries. You can know, you can identify when there are two children one from India and one from China. How can you differentiate? Because usually in China the eyes of the children, not only children, all the people also, elder one also, the eyes are very small. But when we compare it to our country, India, the eyes are big. So from the features and from the colors, we can say that these children are from different country. Some are black, some are white. Okay. So now we can move on to our lesson, names and names. So this is an interesting story, names and names. And let's see what is written. When you move to another country, the flow of life changes. What could be the difference you might feel when you move to a new place? So, I don't know whether some children had got the opportunity to go to some other places rather than the native. So, some children move to other countries. When we move to other country, our life also changes, our habits changes. Everything will depend on the place where we live. So what could be the difference you might feel when you move to a new place? Do you got any opportunity? You got any opportunity? If you get any opportunity to go to a new place, what will be the changes you can feel? So please comment those who had moved to some other places than your native place. What are the changes that you felt? Okay, here is a story of a girl who moved to a new country. Now, here names and names is a story of a girl from a new country. The place was very different from where she used to live before. So, first of all, she lived in a very different place. Now, she moved to a different place, and now, what are the changes that had come to her? Let's read the lesson. Okay. Names and names. Here, Kunyichirida stood at the gate gazing at the street. She loved to look at passing vehicles and pedestrians. It was the end of winter, the air was warming up, but there was still the occasional cold wind. It had been a cold winter in New Jersey. It was only 5, but night had fallen. Now, Kunyichirida, that is our central character. Kunyichirida is standing at the gate, stood at the gate. See, Usually the lesson will be in the past tense. So the past tense of stand is stood. Kunjishirda stood at the gate gazing at the street. So now Kunjishirda is standing at the gate and she is looking outward and she is gazing. Gazing means staring. Seeing all the things. She loved to look at passing vehicles. See, when she comes on the in front of the gate, she can see lots of vehicles going here and there, and she also see the pedestrians. Who are the pedestrians? Those who walk along the road. They are called pedestrians. Means on the footpath we can see a lot of people moving around here and there in the road. So they are called pedestrians. So she loved to look at passing vehicles and pedestrians. So pedestrians are those who walk around the road. We can see a lot of people walking along the road. They are called pedestrians. It was end of winter. So the season is, the winter is almost ending and the air was warming up. So the air surrounding the area was very warm, very hot. But there was still the occasional cold wind. But at times there are also some cold wind blowing here and there. It had been a cold winter in New Jersey. So now this girl Kunjishirda is on New Jersey, and it is till now there had been a cold winter. Okay, and it was only 5. So the time is 5. But night had fallen. So in New Jersey, what happens when the winter is almost at the end, the night will start by the time of 5. So, but night had fallen. The varying length of day and night across season had puzzled Kunjishirda. So the length of the day and night is different. Sometimes the day is longer, sometimes the night is longer. So the varying length, varying means the difference of the length of day and night across season had puzzled Kunjishirda. What do you mean by puzzling? Puzzling means she is in confusion. She don't know whether the day is longer or whether the day is shorter. So she is confused. When she arrived in July, the sun set only at 8:30. So when the July month comes, the sun set only at 8:30. Okay, and the day was more than 15 hours long. So in New Jersey, the day is longer than 15 hours, and about when the time is 8:30, means at the in India we have 8:30 night. That time only the sun set there. Okay, and now the sun set a little before 5. Now, but the sun is setting before 5. So she is puzzled, she is confused. She actually don't know when, what is the time when the sun set. And the day lasted only a little less than 10 hours. So the duration of day is very less. It is only less than 10 hours. Now, coming to the next page. Kunjishirda, who somebody is calling. It is in quotation. See, Kunjishirda was startled. She was shocked. Who is calling me? Kunjishirda. That was Kate, her classmate. So who is calling her? Kate. It is her. She is her classmate. She lived just across the street. So she was living across the street. Oh, not again, Kunjishirda said to herself. So she was very much fed up with with something, and she is saying that, oh, not again. No, please don't say it again. Under her breath, she was telling this in her mind. When will she learn to pronounce my name right? So, what is the problem? Kunjishirda is very much upset because her friends don't know how to pronounce her name. It is actually Kunjishirda, and Kate is calling her something like Kunchiryuda, something like that. So she was very upset, and she is telling itself in her mind that when they all will learn to pronounce my name correctly. So this was her 6th month at school, Back in Kerala, she had only learned some English rhymes at play school. So this was her sixth month at school. Now Kunichida is now in the new school, and it has been 6 months at school, and she back in Kerala. So she was before 6 months, she was previously studying in Kerala. She had only learned some English rhymes. There she learned only rhymes at play school. She was there at play school, but she had picked up English with an amazing speed. But she loves English, and she learned it quickly and with an amazing, beautiful, excellent speed. Okay. Her classmates and teachers were very kind and helpful. So she is very happy with the school because her classmates and teachers are very kind and they are very helpful also. She did not feel a stranger at all at school. So very homely school it is. She don't feel any strange things at school, and she is very happy to go to school. Miss Hopkins, who taught mathematics, went out of the way to make her comfortable. So her maths teacher's name is Miss Hopkins, and she is very much friendly, and she is very eager to make Kunichida more comfortable, and she is very easily catching all the problems and about the maths. The only thing that upset her was the way her classmate pronounced her name. So the only thing that which upsets her was the pronunciation of her name. Nobody know how to pronounce her name correctly. That is the only thing that she hates. Even Miss Hopkins found her name difficult to pronounce. Even her teacher don't know what is her correct name. They don't know how to pronounce her name. She did try though, but she tried many times to make it pronounce it correctly. She made a lot of effort to make this pronunciation correct, but failed. She managed to get the last part right. Sometimes the last part of her name becomes right, and the other will become wrong. But she still found the first part a tongue twister. See, the first part of her name is very much tongue twister. The Kunichida, that nobody can pronounce it correctly because she is now living in New Jersey. Kate, Kunichida waved back. So now Kunichida that Kate is calling her, and she was saying, Kate waved back. She waved her back, and Kate was going shopping with her aunt. So where was Kate going? Kate was going for a shopping with her aunt. There were 24 students in grade 1. So in her class there were 24 students. Kunichida was not the only non-American student in her class. So this is an American school, and she is not the only non-American student. There are a lot others. In fact, nearly half the students belong to immigrant families. So immigrant means someone coming from other country. So there were more than half the students of the class are from immigrant families, means they are coming from other countries. There were students from Canada, Mexico, Italy, the UAE, Egypt and China. So there are a lot other students from different countries, and the countries are Canada, Mexico, Italy, UAE, Egypt and China. So Kunichida was the only Indian, but Kunichida was the only Indian. Others are from different countries. Okay. So hope you've understood the lesson. This is the part 1, and we will continue part 2 on the next video. So keep following, and thank you.